Dr. Rose Backman.
Every one of us is on a journey. And that journey is to discover more of who you really are. What we want to teach you is this. Nothing is going to change in your life until you change your belief systems. You can't expect your family to be the way you want them to be. You have to change your belief system to accept your family just the way they are. You have to change your belief system to accept your husband's family just the way they are. Because believe me, they talk about you when you leave too. Women don't do much until they've had enough. Enough of being broke, enough of being in a bad relationship, enough of too much weight, enough of abuse. It doesn't matter what the story is. As women, we don't do much until we've had enough. What's very, very important that I've learned is to speak my truth. My husband was murdered in 1984 outside of our home in Alberta. I had a beautiful 8-year-old son when he was killed. And now you've got the guilt as a mother. What are we going to do with our lives? I was a business person in the restaurant business. Very well known in the community. Shame wasn't even the word that you can describe. That's just a story, and it's my story. But I decided to change my story. Your body never, ever, ever, ever lies to you using kinesiology. Keep your arms strong, you're open, tip to tip, little finger to thumb, little finger to thumb. Open that up and just be normal, put your hand down. And this side, tip to tip, little finger to thumb. Perfect, that means she's testable. So now we're gonna read her body and see what happens. Brain, salt, crown, cerebellum, pituitary, sinuses, eyes, upper mouth, lower mouth, infection, keep your arms strong please, infection, thyroid, lung, mediastinum, and heart, and she's good. Spleen, stomach, gallbladder, liver, large intestine, small intestine, sigmoid colon, keep your arm strong, sigmoid colon, pancreas. Okay, so her pancreas is showing up. I like to do a double check sometimes. Really resist me. Really don't let me touch you. I'm going to use one little finger in case you can't see it. One little finger, touch her pancreas, and down she comes. I know for a fact that she has a pancreas problem. Why? Because her body's telling me. Her body's telling me. So my question to her is, do you like sugar? Okay. Chocolate. Chocolate. Usually when the pancreas shows up, that's a sugar issue. And that's either going to come from a lot of wine, because women go, no, I don't eat chocolate. No, I don't eat sugar. I only eat fruit. Do you drink wine? How did you know? So she's got another belief. Let's see what it is. Heart, solar plexus, one of the laws. Potentiality, giving and receiving. Struggle. Is it her struggle? No. She's picking up struggle from someone else. Let's see who it is. Friend, original family. Ooh, don't want to go there. Friend, original family. Okay, there's resistance. There's resistance, but it's there. Good for her. Is it her mother? Okay, it's mommy. All right, so what's your struggle with mommy so that you can let go of this belief? Let me see how old you are. Conception to birth, 1 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20. You're 15. So this is a 15-year-old. There's something there about your potentiality and you letting go of struggle with what we're talking about, what you need to do to tap into your potential, but it has to do with the 15-year-old. I forgive myself for blaming my mother.
I forgive myself for blaming my mother.
When she was just being who she was.
When she was just being who she was.
And breathe. I forgive myself for believing my mother has to grow at the pace I tell her to.
I need help with that one. I'm stubborn.
I forgive myself for believing that my mother has to grow at the pace I think she should. I ask you, Mom, to forgive me for believing I know better than you what you need.
I ask you, Mom, to forgive me for
believing
that
I know better than you
what you need.
I forgive myself for believing my mother should just be reasonable and listen to me.
No. I'll try again.
I forgive myself for believing my mother should just be reasonable and listen to me and breathe. One more time. Say it one more time.
I forgive myself for believing that I won't make money until Daddy makes it first.
Yes. I forgive myself for being so hard on myself all these years.
I forgive myself for being hard on myself all these years.
And I forgive my father.
And I forgive my father
for not knowing
how
to teach me to make money. I forgive my father.
I forgive my father
for not teaching me how lovable I was. Even if I didn't make money. I forgive myself for using my father as an excuse not to make money.
I forgive myself for
using
my father for not making money. No.
Oh, you got 70%. Let's say it again. I forgive myself for using my father as an excuse not to make money.
I forgive myself for using my father as an excuse not to make money.
Her father has done and did the best he could. This is her perception. This is the 7-year-old's perception. The 7-year-old is running her program. Now here's a good one for her to break, this belief system. I forgive myself for believing that the 7-year-old can't trust the adult in me to look after her.
I forgive
the 7-year-old
in me
for believing she can't trust the adult in me to look after me. Can you see the perception of how the child has forgotten that she's now an adult, and she saw that her dad didn't have a lot of money to look after them. Now she's grown up and she's an adult and she's going, I can't look after me. Never give up who you are and what you stand for, no matter what, because you are magnificent. Every single one of you are. All of us just have to change our beliefs to become more of who we really are. And that is going to be my pleasure if you choose to do that. Thank you, beautiful ladies. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.